Hello and welcome. You're watching Morning Markets on Money9. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is where you'll get all the key updates you need to begin your trading day right. तो चलिए फटाफट से शुभारंभ करते हैं इस मार्केट ट्रेडिंग सेशन का। हमने देखा कि पिछले 3 ट्रेडिंग सेशंस में लगातार मार्केट्स में तेजी देखने को मिल रही है। बजट के बाद जो एक मार्केट्स को पुश मिला है वो अभी तक सस्टेन्ड है। कल के सेशन में रिकॉर्ड क्लोजिंग भी हमने बेंचमार्क इंडिसेस की देखी। आपकी स्क्रीन पर 50,255 पर क्लोज होने में कामयाब रहा सेंसेक्स। वहीं 458 पॉइंट्स की यहां पर तेजी देखने को मिली। ऑलमोस्ट 1% तक का जंप यहां पर था। और वहीं निफ्टी 50 में भी अगर आप बात करेंगे तो रिकॉर्ड हाई पर क्लोज हुआ है ये मार्केट 14,789 के लेवल्स पर 142 पॉइंट्स की तेजी यानी कि 1% तक की बढ़त अच्छी खासी यहां पर देखने को मिल रही है। निफ्टी बैंक लगातार मार्केट्स को आउट परफॉर्म कर रहा है बेंचमार्क इंडिसेस को और ऑल टाइम हाईज पर ट्रेड कर रहा है और क्लोज होते हुए भी दिखा। यहां पर करीब 500 अंकों की तेजी देखने को मिली। 1.5 पॉइंट्स का यहां पर जंप देखने को मिला। पहली बार बहुत सेशंस के बाद हमने ये देखा कि ब्रॉडर मार्केट स्पेस से मिड कैप इंडेक्स में भी काफी अच्छी बढ़त देखने को मिली है। इनफैक्ट बेंचमार्क इंडिसेस से भी आउट परफॉर्म करता हुआ ये मिड कैप इंडेक्स हमें नजर आया है। 1.4% तक की तेजी यानी कि 263 पॉइंट्स का जंप यहां पर देखने को मिला। 19,314 के लेवल्स पर अगर आप देखेंगे तो मिड कैप इंडेक्स बंद होते हुए दिखा है। अब जो बड़ा सवाल बनता है कि क्या अब यहां से शुरुआत हो सकती है मिड कैप स्टॉक्स के आउट परफॉर्मेंस की। इसके बारे में भी हम पूरे दिन भर कवरेज करेंगे। फंडामेंटल्स और टेक्निकल एक्सपर्ट से भी जानेंगे कि क्या अब ये नया स्पेस हो सकता है सभी इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए ध्यान में रखने के लिए। फटाफट से देख लेते हैं कि इंटरनेशनल क्यूज आज के सेशन के लिए क्या हमको देखने को मिल रहे हैं। वर्ल्ड व्यू में यूएस मार्केट्स में अगर आप देखेंगे तो मिक्स ट्रेडिंग सेशन हमें देखने को मिला। एट क्लोज अगर आप देखेंगे तो डाउ जोन्स में माइल्ड बढ़त देखने को मिली थी। 0.12% तक की तेजी थी 30,723 के लेवल्स पर डाउ जोन्स बंद हुआ। वहीं एसएनपी 500 में भी अच्छी खासी बढ़त थी और यहां पर 3,830 के लेवल पर एसएनपी 500 भी क्लोज होते हुए दिखा। लेकिन माइल्ड नेगेटिव नैस्डैक पर हमें मूव देखने को मिला और फ्लैटिश टू विद नेगेटिव बायस के साथ नैस्डैक कल के सेशन में बंद हुआ। वहीं दूसरी तरफ अगर आप देखेंगे तो एशियन मार्केट्स में इस वक्त हरे निशान में ही कामकाज हो रहा है यानी कि इंडिकेशंस एशिया से इंडियन मार्केट्स के लिए पॉजिटिव आ रहे हैं। जहां शंघाई कॉम्पोजिट में करीब 0.5% तक की बढ़त देखने को मिल रही है। वहीं निके में और साथ साथ हैंगसेंग में भी अच्छी बढ़त देखने को मिल रही है। 28,516 के लेवल पर निके इस वक्त ट्रेड कर रहा है। वहीं 29,257 के लेवल पर अभी हैंगसेंग भी ट्रेड करते हुए देखने को मिल रहा है। फटाफट से देखते हैं कि एसजीएक्स निफ्टी से क्या इंडिकेशंस आ रहे हैं। तो यहां पर भी अगर आप देखेंगे बढ़त है 14 अंकों की। एसजीएक्स निफ्टी 14,842 के लेवल्स पर ट्रेड कर रहा है यानी कि आज के लिए भी इंडियन मार्केट्स के लिए गैप अप ओपनिंग के साथ ही तेजी के साथ बढ़त देखने को मिल सकती है एक चौथे ट्रेडिंग सेशन के लिए भी। तो डेफिनेटली positive cues coming in from the Asian markets for the Indian markets for today. Let's move on to the money market and see how that has been performing. So 72.96 was the closing level of the rupee in yesterday's trading session. That's absolutely flat with a positive bias in yesterday's trading session. It has been largely stable if you see the rupee straight. And most of the experts who we are talking to have been suggesting that it is likely to trade in a very tight range in the coming few sessions as well. Moving on to how the crude is really performing. Remember in yesterday's trading session, we did see that the crude has been climbing to its 12-year highs. The highs are actually sustained in today's trading session as well. You look at Brent crude over here, it is now inching towards the $59 to the barrel mark. $58.8 to the barrel is the current level of the Brent crude. That's up 0.5% in trade. Also, the WTI or the NYMEX crude is up even higher at 0.74% at $56 to the barrel is what its current trading price is. Now, remember, there has been an improvement in demand for crude oil, and which is why you've been seeing these buoyant prices. There are positive indications even from the OPEC and the oil producers that are coming in, and that is actually supporting the crude oil prices. Remember, for the Indian markets, it is not considered good because we are an oil importing nation, and because of that, if you will be able to see, there'll be some kind of an upside cap that we'll be able to see on the Indian markets, and that's something we need to watch out for. However, the cues from the international markets have been positive, so we can look at another positive trading day today. Let's move on to see which are the stocks that you need to keep an eye out on today, because a whole lot of stocks will be in focus. Top of your chart is Bharti Airtel, already a 1.5% jump. It was trading at lifetime highs. In fact, right ahead of its earnings. After the hours, we did see the earnings come out. They've actually beat the estimates as well on a whole lot of accounts. And the company posted a consolidated Q3 net profit of about 853 crore rupees, and that's driven by the exceptional gains. Now, even if you remove these exceptional gains, you'll be able to see that the loss on the bottom line has been trimmed, and that's something positively that the street and the experts are looking at for sure. So there could be another day of gains after the results for Bharti Airtel's counter today. Another stock that you need to watch out for will be PNG, and that's Procter & Gamble. 2% jump in yesterday's trading session. Now, the December quarter sales have actually risen 19% on a year-on-year basis to 1,018 crore rupees. Now, the profit after tax also grew about 84% year-on-year to 251 crore rupees for PNG. That's another counter that you can keep an eye out on, and there could be some extension of gains that you could see on this counter. Another stock that you can keep on your eyes is Prince Pipes and Fittings. 339 was the level that it was trading at in yesterday's trading session, 3% up in trade. Revenue from operations actually stood at 549 crore rupees. That's up about 40% in a year-on-year basis. Also, the profit after tax jumped at around 67 crore rupees and grew a whopping 175% on a year-on-year basis. That's another stock that actually could be seeing some kind of an uptick in today's trading session. Last stock that I am going to be talking about, which you can keep an eye out on, is VIP Industries. 360 was the last level that you actually saw this counter trading at in yesterday's trade, 2.5% up. However, the December quarter income has grown at 243 crore rupees against 108 crore rupees, and that's on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Now, it did report a loss of about 7 crore rupees as against a loss of about 35 crore rupees on a sequential basis. So the loss has trimmed sequentially, but we'll just have to see how the counter moves in today's trading session. Moving on to the primary market space. Now, this space has also been buzzing with a whole lot of IPOs and new listings also coming in. Yesterday, we did see Brookfield India Real Estate Trust IPO really open for subscription. Now, the issue has subscribed 15% on day one, and the IPO will close on February 5. That's tomorrow. So another day that you will get another 2 days for you to actually subscribe to this stock. If you want to know about whether you should subscribe to it or not, log on to Money9 and you will be able to see where I have done an extensive research and talked about what are the research analysts and research reports, brokerage reports talking about this IPO as to whether it actually merits a subscription for the long term or not. So you can log on to find out that as well. Let's also quickly find out which are the earnings that are going to be coming out today. We are seeing a heavy earnings season actually now drawing towards the second half or towards its close. A lot of banking majors are going to be coming out with its earnings, be it SBI. So that's going to be another counter that you need to watch out for. Remember, State Bank of India has already run up in the last 3 trading sessions right after the union budget announcements. And, the results are also expected to be good on that counter. And that's something that you need to watch out for. Remember, there's also going to be the RBI Monetary Policy Committee's meet that will get over tomorrow, and we'll get to know whether the Monetary Policy Committee actually maintains the status quo on interest rates or not. But rate sensitives will definitely be in focus today and tomorrow. Hero MotoCorp, another counter that you need to watch out for. There is an expectation of a good quarter this time again. NTPC, Adani Power from the power space, Arvind, Ipca Laboratories, also Suzlon, Tata Power again from the power space that will be in focus. There's going to be Trent, Z, TTK Healthcare, V2 Retail, Whirlpool, ICRA and Kalpataru Power also going to be reporting results in today's trading session. Remember, there's another update that you need to watch out for, and that's on the fuel prices, which are trading at record high levels today. If you see, petrol price in Delhi has actually increased by 35 paise today, and it is at 86.30 per litre. Also, the diesel has been revised upwards to 76.30 per litre for today. So that's about the fuel prices, and they're actually inching up quite high, putting a pressure on all of our wallets for sure. Let's move on to find out what are the stock recommendations that you can go on for today. So we're going to be giving you a whole lot of recommendations that you can begin your trading day right with. So Nirav Chheda from Nirmal Bank has actually suggested ONGC from the oil and gas space as a buy counter. There's a stop loss you can maintain at 90 with a target price of 102 rupees. Moving on to BHEL now, that's another counter that he's positive on with a buy call initiated on this stock with a 2% uptick already seen in yesterday's trade. There's a stop loss that you can maintain on this stock at 38 rupees. Also, the target price would be 44 that you can actually trade this stock for. Another counter that he's betting big on is from the pharma space. Lupin is looking good to him right now. 0.5% gains is what we already saw in yesterday's trading session. These gains could be extended. You can actually bet on this stock for a target price of 1100 with a stop loss of 1020 on this counter. Other 3 counters will be from Mehul Kothari from Anand Rathi. The first stock that he has recommended is Nesco. 5.5 to 6% rise already in yesterday's trading session. Still some upside is what Mehul really expects on this counter. Stop loss you can maintain maintain on the stock is 599 with a target price of 665 on this counter as well. Moving on to another stock, and that's from the liquor counter. United Spirits is again on the buy list for Mehul Kothari. The stop loss you can maintain on this counter is 560 with a 620 kind of a target price that you can look for this stock price as well. Now another counter that he's betting big on is Equitas Holdings. 3.5% jump for this counter in yesterday's trading session. The stop loss on this stock that you must keep for yourself, as per Mehul's suggestion, is 76 with a target price of 86 is what you can see, a 6 rupee upside from the current prices. So these are 6 counters that if you're actually betting big on the short-term calls for today, then you can definitely keep an eye out on this one. So we'll just wrap this show for you, and coming up next will be a whole lot of market opening action and a lot of details coming in as to what can you really expect from the RBI's monetary policy as well. So stay tuned with us on Money9.